The biggest transformation we're going through is the rebalancing of the company towards being predominantly an industrial company. So we were, at the beginning of this year, 75%, the target was 75% industrial, 25% financial. Huge decision taken in the spring this year by the chairman and the board to divest the company of the majority of its financial businesses. You need to have the creativity and understanding of what it is you believe the data from the technology can do for you. So the great advantage we have as a company is, if you look across the hardware side, whether it's the energy market or the aviation market or the transportation market or the oil and gas market or the healthcare market, we have this vast installed base of GE machines worldwide. And the vast majority of them are producing data. The challenge that we face, but it's a huge opportunity, is how we're going to integrate demand-side management into our grid, how we make the grid more intelligent and how we make the grid more robust as we manage a mix of different generation. You know, the world of the days of significant large baseload generation have gone. We have distributed power all over the grid, whether it's rooftop solar, whether it's utility scale solar farms, whether it's onshore wind, whether it's offshore wind, whether it's biomass. We have huge numbers of power, small power generating units distributed across the UK. The longer term challenge is how do we manage our energy mix against the government requirements, the legislative requirements around balancing energy security, cost and carbon reduction. The UK is, I think, generally has the right mechanisms in place to manage this. We need to fully support the EU policy around creating an interconnected energy market across the whole of Europe, so that we can truly optimize the supply and distribution of energy, which ultimately will bring down the cost of energy to consumers. There is a clear ambition and a path to delivering sufficient renewable energy generation, at least to meet the 20% renewable generation target. I believe to ensure that we meet the 20% target for both transportation and heat, we will need to continue to deploy renewable energy. Those targets will create a challenge for 2020. But then we've got the backstop of the commitment by, I think, was it the G7? By 2015, we want to be completely carbon-free. Now, to be carbon-free, by definition, you have to continue to support renewables. Everybody who has the ability to affect and try to help resolve this skills shortage needs to be fully engaged, one. So I think, we as business and industries historically have not been vocal enough to talk about this. We are short of engineers, so I think we all need to be engaged. It starts with education, of course, but not just in the context of ensuring that the government and the education system addresses the educational needs, particularly maths, science, exams, but we need to better explain and demonstrate the quality of jobs, the skills, the expertise, what engineering can do to open the world of opportunity to young men and young women.